Hi again, back at the allotment. I did do a video yesterday but I never got around to uploading it, so but I can see a lot's beginning to happen. It's my these are all my kohlrabi. I stuck 9 that was meant to be in there, obviously there was 10 but never mind. Look at the carrots, got to thin those down soon. The strawberries, you can see we've got lots of flowers over there. They're all over the place, here, here, they're everywhere. Should have some, hopefully some nice early strawberries. They're the sweet peas, they're coming on lovely. Got some more down there. Yesterday I planted some pineberry, so we'll have to see whether anything happens to those. Oh, I can see I've got another tomato come through there. An half shoot up in this polytunnel, you know, it's absolutely brilliant. Shallots, they're all growing nicely. You can see the tomato plant doing really well. And the cucumber. You can see the beetroots now really beginning to shoot. Appears I've lost a few on that side, but this row here seems to have all taken alright, and this one a bit hit and miss, but never mind. Look at the potatoes, look at that. Gone mad. Brilliant. I got my dwarf green beans. Is it? Yeah. Oh, hang on. No, hang on. Sorry, curlykale. Dwarf green. You can see we've got those are coming through. This is another tray of them here. Over here we've got some kohlrabi. These are just planted this week, and they're all starting to come through. Zinnia are growing well. The lettuce, that's all come through. That was, I tried some of those, the seeds on a ribbon, is it? Probably the wrong word, but you know what I mean. It looks successful. Oh, and I've got some broad beans coming through. I'm going to leave those in there to grow. Those two look good down here. I did these 2 troughs yesterday, potted those up, and they're looking alright. I've got a mixture of geraniums, petunias, you can see the petunia here, various other things. So yeah, that's all going alright. Right, I think we'll shut this polytunnel up now. The only reason I came down this morning was because, the wind's been so bad last night, over 50 miles an hour, and I honestly didn't think the polytunnel would be standing. Maybe this one I wasn't so, I had more confidence in this latest one. But I put this bag here to give it some tension, stop it flapping around. Let's just do that. That's it. It's about the best I can do. Quick look round at the strawberry patch. More greenery now appearing everywhere. As I say, I know there's weeds in there. I have treated them, so I'm going to give it a week to see whether the stuff does work. If not, then I'll dig them out the best I can. The other day I did transplant some more strawberries here. Pretty sure these are El Santas, all of them. They appear to grow the first. You'll see the growth spurt on those before any other. Yeah, it's all looking good. rhubarb. Can't believe I grew all this from seed. It's going to be interesting to see. Probably won't be until next year when I will, the ones what I've put in the plot, when I can tell that they've whether it's worth growing from seed. But nevertheless, I have planted some more this year. I've got 30 champagne set. There's my sit down area. You can see we've all got the daffodils coming out in bloom now. It looks lovely. Shed's still up. That's pretty solid though, that is. So that's it. We'll just have a quick peep. See, this polytunnel's alright. I suppose I ought to have a quick peep inside because the frame, oh god, I wish I could get my words out. Because the staging's tied to the frame, what I was finding is at the end here, you can see I've got this string. It was actually forcing it apart, and it was then leaning. So, anyway, got some cabbages growing up here. These aren't through yet. I don't think we've got anything through there. So it's all beans. No, nothing happening on there. You can see I've got some more cabbage plants up there, greyhound. Got some more over there. Just give this all a lot another water. My pansies look quite healthy. So yeah, it's. I mean, this polytunnel isn't. It's not really staked into the ground. All it's got is half a dozen tent pegs, and all I'm relying on, I don't know if you can see, yeah, you should be able to see, I've got guy ropes going over the top loosely to hold it so it won't take off, tied to the posts outside. But that's all I'm relying on this one. Now I'm giving it some serious thought. If I do get my new polytunnel, my big one, about recovering all of these, maybe in plastic, and doing some proper doors in them. So that'll be the one at home, this one, and the new one here. Might even do the same with this one, but this one probably won't get done until the autumn. But I might very well do these smaller ones beforehand. And we'll just shut this. I can't, while we're talking about polytunnels, these cheaper ones are alright as long as you don't suffer too much from wind. And you can see where mine's been rubbing, it's gone through there, you can see that. And the zip's gone, and this was a new cover, and within a week the zip had gone down the side. So my advice is, if you've got the money, get a proper one. If you haven't, then make sure the polytunnel has been secured like this one, buried into the ground. See, my one here is relying on bricks down the side, and I can see that the wind's blown those off. So let's put those back on. So yeah, if you're going to have these cheapos, oh, look at those strawberries out there, shoot, coming on, brilliant. Yeah, if you're going to get these cheap ones, you've got to make sure it's all taut and buried in the ground, and no guy ropes over the top like I've got on here. You basically you want to stop a lot of that flapping. You're not going to stop it completely with these cheapo ones, as you can see with my one over here. I mean, it is buried into the ground, but there's still flapping. Oh, the rhubarb, look at that. How that's shut up. My main one over there. Actually, I had rhubarb from my friend Julie, who I introduced the other week. She's had 2 loads off hers already, and it was lovely. It's this real thick stuff. I think it's champagne. Oh, here we are. I've started on my raised beds. Now that contraption, you bear in mind the 50-mile-an-hour winds we had last night, it's held up. I just thought I'd stick those yellow things around just to give it some stability. But what I'll probably do is get some of those. I think you can get some special types of clips where I could screw in onto that wood, and then just have the canes going into those. But I'll have to look into that when I go to the DIY shop. So that's it. Thanks for watching.